So, welcome to another episode. So, in fact, I think um, I'll share my I'll share my story when I have to. I've been clear. I've been clean and sober for over 2 years, and so I just want to tell you guys how I overcome porn addiction. I think it's much easier when I tell my story, then you guys took the advice from it, rather than I tell you straight, because it wouldn't have much influence for you to change, and also you have much better understanding about what pornography actually looks like. And so we will start when I was 13 years old. I was a kid, uh, very tall and also very skinny. I didn't have any muscles at the time. I didn't have anything at my hand, no money, no, only a lovely parents. Fortunately, I have a lovely family. I live in Vietnam, Asia, and so my parents like treat me very well. They help me to eat healthy, and then I wanted to train. I trained myself because it just started from the generic insecurities, like I don't want to be skinny forever. I want to change myself, want to be a better man. Self-improvement journeys really attract me at the point, and so I just start. And so when I was very struggling with foundation at the time, like a day I would do my stuff, done everything, tick, like everything I just done in the day, the homework, business and side things, I would just do it. But when the night come, I would pull up my phone and you know what I do, and very much I it was just like a dopamine kick when you do that, and it started to really affect me very bad when I woke up in the morning, and then I feel very tired, exhausted, don't have much energy like I would have when I was younger, like 9 years old, 9 years old, 8 years me, would feel much more energized when it comes to the morning. They feel awesome, and it's like they start a new life. And it's just not the case when I was 13 anymore. It's like life have to be continued, and it was just exhausted, tired. Life doesn't feel like it. And so yeah, I just started to do my work, but I was obsessed with training at the time. I would wake up, eat some breakfast, go straight into my training sessions, like progressive offload and weight training, and go to the gym and other kind of stuff. I would do everything and research like 8 hours, 10 hours per day, just to be dedicated to so much to training. I just eat, diet, all the forms, and I master all the forms in the gym for like 2 weeks, and then I start my training split and all the kind of stuff. And again, even when you do all the things done in the day, at night you still feel that addiction come back, and it just crossed your mind with the thought that do it. It's very bad, but when you have done actually it for so much a long time, like I struggle with it for like 1 to 2 years. So when you do it so much, the dopamine start to feel cheaper cheaper like when you watch the same thing over the long time, you start to get bored. And it's the same as pornography and all those sexualize your mind, those stuff. It's really bad. It's really bad for your mental health and also for your mindset in the long term. You get bored over time, and then eventually it's just so bored that you don't want it to do it anymore. And that's one thing I found it really helpful when it's come to overcome condition is that when you do it for so much a long time, you start to get bored. And so we just quit it for like over 3 months to 6 months. And then I think that yeah, it is actually much easier than I thought. Once you quit, just quit. But then eventually, somewhere on the line where you get depressed or life have been terrible with you recently, or you feel depressed and bad stuff's going on, and again when you are alone at night, you still feel that thought. And I think that's when the test really come in, and now you get that dopamine kick again because life has been terrible, and you want to have some fun. Yeah, it's just a pleasure of flash, but it's still fun in our human emotions. And then and then and then I actually think about it. I think about all the insights, the conceptions, the philosophy, and the books, and all those stuffs, like the progress I've made. And actually, I decided to set up a goal that scared me so much, and it filled me with so much uh, dopamine at a short term, but it also make me feel like I've accomplished something. So I still remember that I said at the time my goal was to become a millionaire under 18, and now 15 years old, and at the time I was 13, but still it made me feel like yeah, a millionaire who not do this. And that goal at the time, it made me so excited. Like I think a millionaire would be so cool, like money, and I can retire my parents and travel around the world and help so much people, right? Having money, being happy, boom, fantastic life. That's awesome. Like I could do everything I want. But then months after that, that 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 thoughts still come in, like I like politician, like I want to like do the stuff, what is action actually mean. It whenever I run from it, it just come bigger and bigger, and it still come back over a period of time. And you cannot run from an opponent forever. Your feet will eventually get tired. And so finally I have to face with it. Like I started to research about condition and things like that, and about pleasure and human psychology and all that stuff. So I realized that condition is actually normal, is normal, is average people, teens, or even adults, or even billionaires have some kind of ritual, sex ritual, or things that is weirdly and yeah, of course, unhealthy for your mental health and your physical health. And so because it's normal, it's normal, and I running from the average thing. I think if we stop running and treat it like a normal thing, like eating rice and exercising like I'm still doing, I think it should be good. And so I just think about it and don't think about it anymore, because now that thing is normal. And when something is normal, do you actually spend your time to actually think about it? No, you just do it. So you just do it, and this doesn't I doesn't encourage you to ejaculate or watch porn. Okay, I just want you to know that just stop thinking about it. That's what I do. I I was so busy with my life afterwards to focus on my e-commerce business at the time, about my exams, my grades. Yeah, I didn't actually focus on my grades, but other things like training and content creation and what I want to do, what is who is the man that I want to become in the future, like in the eternity, who I want to become, my values and things and relationships, all things in life, everything. So I stopped thinking about it. I stopped thinking about porn and all those things. It just disappeared in my life. Like when something is normal, when you know something is normal, you don't think about it. You just do it anyway. And with the positive things, you do it consistently, daily, like brushing your teeth or eating rice, right? Yeah, for me, I'm Asia, so I'm eating rice every day. But for the negative thing, you know it's normal, so you don't even cross your mind about it. You only focus on the positive. Reject the negative things and turn it into the positive. When something is normal, you don't cross your mind about it. You just do it anyway, and the apply the exact opposite method for the negative. And that's what I did. I turned my energy towards all the positive things. It's a negative, don't think about it. When it crosses your mind, change your focus, change your attention to what you want to do at, at the real time, at the moment. You don't want to spend even like more than 5 seconds to think about the negative. But that's a skill have to be trained over time. But you eventually get easier, and then position is just easier. And then eventually it disappears in your life. And then when you actually meet someone that struggling with position, you know what to give them, like advice and real action, like practical steps. So that's just how I just deal with my position. And yeah, I found it pretty much easy, but also very hard at the beginning. It really comes with correlations with all the positive things that you have done in your life. If you do negative things and always focus your mind on the negative, it's very much likely for you to jump on a slippery slope and just go towards the bad habits. Like you skip your training, you feel shit about yourself, and so you got low self-esteem, and then you start to feel like you want that dopamine, and you start to watching YouTube and doom scrolling, and then the day pass and you want to have that dopamine again because you want to feel like you're not shit, but your low self-esteem keep telling you you're shit, and so you start to do some research and things, and then eventually you will that thoughts about do it, and you know what I mean, and you just do it because now you feel like, yeah, dopamine is good. I want to feel like I've accomplished something. Yeah, so you just do it, and then the next day you woke up, you feel like shit again, and that cycle continue to cycle itself. So just focus on positive.